الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Welcome to the vocabulary presentation for the 11th lesson of this series, in which we shall be looking at Ibn al-Qayyim's synthesis on Tawheed. So, on the wazn of fa'ala, amma ya'ummu. The amr is amma and the masdar is umumun. Amma, it means to encompass, to include, to take in something. This is where the word imama comes from. The imama being what we call in English a turban. Why? Because it goes all around your head and it's tied on your head, encompassing the whole circumference of your head. So amma, it means to include. And umumun, it means the generality. You're making a statement that includes everything that you're talking about. For example, if you say ar-rijalu, men, right? This can be a general statement you're going to say about men. So it includes all the men, right? That would be umumun, generality. So amun is the fa'il that's going to be used for describing the word that you use to express generality. Al-kalam al-am, general speech, for example. Then on the wazn of af'ala, afsaha. Afsaha, you can see the root word of fa, sa, and ha. Fa, sad, and ha, which you know the word fusha in Arabic that is used for the classical Arabic. Now, fusha does actually not mean classical. Fusha means pure and clear, because the language, what we would describe the classical language of the Arabs, had this characteristics or this distinguishing characteristic of clarity. And Arabs would show their status in their clarity of speech, in their ability to express themselves. So afsaha, as we said, there was an af'ala, it has the meaning of making the action upon something else. So afsaha is to make something clear. Express yourself very clearly about something. Afsaha yufsihu, afsih ifsahun. So that means the clear expression about something. The person doing so is mufsihun, or he's called fasihun, and the maf'ul would be mufsahun. Then on the thulathi mujarrad, we have fa'ala, shahida yashhadu ishhad shahada. That means to bear witness or to attend something. Right? فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ فَلْيَصُمْ. Whoever is present in the month of Ramadan, whoever attends the month of Ramadan, let him fast. So, or he should fast. So the word shahida has these two meanings: bearing witness to something, or about something, or being present, being present at an event or something happening. So shahadatun is the testimony, we would call it, and the person bearing witness or the person being present is called shahidun, and the maf'ul is mashhudun. So that's the thing you're bearing witness to, or is the thing that is being attended by other people. Then on the wazn of fa'ala, we have khala'a, yakhla'u, ikhla'u, khal'un or khul'un. That means to remove something. Right? You use this, for example, khala'a thiyabahu. He took off his clothes. Right? It's also used for khala'a al-bay'ah. You know, he rejected the bay'ah. The bay'ah was upon him, and it's like he has removed it from his neck. Right? That's the meaning of khala'a. The masdar is khal'un, the person doing so is khali'un, and the thing which it is done to is makhlu'un. Then on the wazn of af'ala, very important fi'l, arada yuridu, arid iradatun. So, to my knowledge, this word does not really have a thulathi that is used in this particular meaning. We have arada, it means you're wanting something, is to want. أريد شيئا, I want something. So the will, the fact of wanting something, which we call in English the will, is iradatun. The person who wants something is muridun, and the thing which is wanted is muradun. Then on the wazn of af'ala, we have alzama. Again, here you can see the thulathi root, which is lam, zai, and mim, from lazima yalzamu. It means to be binding, right? To stick to you, something which is something that you can't move away from, right? Yalzamuka hada khalas. This thing now sticks to you. It's compulsory upon you. Alzama is to make something binding upon somebody else, right? Alzamahu bil-i'tidar. He forced him to apologize, for example. So alzama yulzimu alzim, and the masdar is ilzamun, the fact of making something binding. The person doing so is mulzimun, and the thing which it is done to, or the person who it is done to, is mulzamun. Then on the wazn of af'ala, again we have akrama, and you can see the thulathi root kaf, ra, and mim. Kaf, ra, and mim from al-karam, the word al-karim, which means noble or generous. So akrama, as we said, there was an af'ala, is to put the meaning on somebody else, or to apply the action on somebody else. So akrama is to honor somebody else, or to be generous to somebody else. Akramahu, he honored him, or he has shown himself generous to him by giving him gifts, or by giving him shelter and treating him with utmost good mannerism and generosity. So akrama yukrimu, akrim is the order, the amr, and the masdar is ikramun, the fact of showing generosity or showing noble character. The person doing so is mukramun, and the person who it is done to is mukramun. And you know this word mukramun from the Quran, as Allah described the believers in Jannah as being mukramun, fi jannatim mukramun, right? Then we have this word here, that. The word that, I haven't found any convincing explanation in English. The word that is a word that has a lot of importance when you're studying Aqidah, because it is a pivotal platform between the people of Sunnah and different groups when it comes to talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His attributes. So the word that, of course, it has the meaning, the feminine of dhu. For those who have done Medina book 2, you know, الرجل ذو مال, the man has wealth. المرأة ذات مال, this woman has wealth. But that's not the one we're talking about. Here we have dhatun, which means your very self, or the very self, the intrinsic reality of a person, a being, or something. So when you speak about dhatu shay, you're talking about the reality of that thing, right? You will say, for example, when obviously it's going to be used in Aqidah, dhatul Rabb, right? You mean like the reality of the Rabb, the reality of the Lord, His intrinsic being, right? That's what is meant with the word that. In our chapter right here, it will not be used in a very complicated way, and this explanation is inshallah ta'ala enough for what we're going to do in this lesson. That's it for now. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.